Welcome back. The Springfield Tour of Homes is this weekend, offering an intimate look at Jacksonville's oldest neighborhood. This is always fun.
Really a slice of heaven right here in Jacksonville. It's an event you don't want to miss as we celebrate Jacksonville's 200th birthday. Mr. Jackson reporter Amanda DeVoe live in Springfield this morning. Amanda, look at that inside. Is that a deer? What is going on inside behind you?
Well, you know what? I didn't even pay attention to that. There are a lot of great pieces here. So there is a deer head, I would say, or we're going to talk with the owner about that. But I do want to focus in on the fact that this home that we're in right now is not actually part of the tour. It's still going through some renovations here on Pearl Street. But this is a classic home. This home was built in 1906. So the owners here going through those renovations right now. Want to bring in one of the owners here, Mike Delker. You bought this home 4 years ago. And I mean, of course, you could have decided on getting a brand new home somewhere, but you decided to buy this one here in the Springfield neighborhood. Why is that?
Well, we lived in a newer house in the Springfield neighborhood and had been in many of the older homes with friends for parties and things like that. And I always felt like these homes had a sense of family and place and generations that had lived in these houses. So when we started looking for a home for ourselves, we looked at both newer and older homes, and this was the one that really spoke to me. It has fairly large rooms without being so large that it's unmanageable, but it's open enough still that it feels a lot like a modern home without having to tear out walls and lose a lot of the history. So when we started to think of how we were going to live in this house, a house built in 1906, the features like the windows and the leaded glass would have been original to the house. Things like light fixtures that we had to replace, the one in this room is from 1925, so it's not original to the house because the original light fixtures weren't here. Those kinds of things would have been replaced over the years. Rugs would have been replaced, furniture would have been replaced. The furniture in this room is from about 1840, 1850, could have been inherited from somebody's grandmother who was an original resident of the home. The radio, you know, that's probably 1930s, 1940s, something like that. And I got it in here because there would have been a radio in this house at some point. And
right.
We use it to store sheet music for the piano.
Yeah, and I think that is really cool. So Lauren did mention those. Is this a deer?
It's a red stag.
Uh-huh.
It's from Spain, and we actually got it in a shop in Tampa because somebody else's grandfather had collected it, and then passed 12 of them down to his grandson who didn't know what to do with them, and so he was selling them, and I liked it, and I thought it would just be really cool to
make it true to the home. So I do want to bring in Renee Spar, not to be confused with the Spar counselor. She is a reenactor here. So Renee, could you just talk a little bit? You're going to be celebrating Jacksonville's birthday, the bicentennial, and you are in true garb back in the day. So if someone were to live in this home, and Mike did mention that this home used to be owned by some doctors, and so a lot of wealthy people used to live in the Springfield neighborhood. Can you just talk a little bit about if you were living in this home right now, if a wife was living in this home right now, back in the day, I wouldn't say back in the day, I should say, this is how they would have dressed.
This is considered an average upper middle class day dress. Very simple. It's not fancy. It's not what I would wear to a party, but it's what I would wear around home.
Little modest as well. So you mentioned to me that when you walk outside, when the wives used to walk outside back in the day, they better have that hat on because they are trying to be modest out there, honey.
I'm wearing my chapeau, and being that it is summer, I would make sure that I had my hat on because it's not ladylike to be seen in public without your hat. Also, being a modest housewife, I don't show cleavage. I don't show much. I keep my little shawl on. I wear long sleeves, whether it's summer or winter. So I'm very comfortable.
Very modest. You're keeping it really classy, and I love it. I love it. So Renee will be one of the several people out throughout the month of June and even leading up there to the bicentennial, just pretending that they're there back in the day from the early 1900s. I just want to thank you. And I also want to thank Mike. You have been great. You have been a great host. And I think that it's wonderful. Again, now this home will not be a part of the tour, the historic Springfield Home and Tour of Homes and Gardens. However, this is just an example of some of the homes that you you will be able to tour. Not quite ready because still going through renovations. As you know, with these historic homes, you have to do a lot of work to make sure that they're still in great shape. So, of course, this is a beautiful example of what people can see when they do that tour. Again, that's on Saturday and Sunday. I want to toss it back to you, Lauren.
Amanda, I mean, my biggest question here, do you have your hat ready to walk around? Because that hat is everything.
She is so elegant. I love her. She's
Listen.
adorable.
Yeah, listen, Renee is rocking that hat. I need to go out and buy a hat as well because she is dressed to the nines, honey. And I'm telling you, this is what you will experience during the bicentennial celebration. May not see people dressed in this attire, dressed in her attire for the tour. However, you will be able to see folks, of course, dressed like they were back in the day, of course, leading up to the bicentennial celebration.
Amanda DeVoe live in Springfield for us this morning. Amanda, have fun out there. Enjoy that beautiful weather in those porches.